Okay, guys, so today we are going to work on what do we want our digital footprint to look like. So in 10 years, what is it that you want somebody who Googles your name to see um, in 10 years? So in about 10 years, you guys are going to be probably applying for one of your first jobs. You'll be done with college, you'll be done with high school, and you'll probably be looking for that first job. And that potential boss, is going to Google your name. What do you want them to see about you? Now, you must have 5 things that you want people to see about you in 10 years if they Googled your name. You will need 5 pictures, 5 text boxes, and 5 links to a website, like a newspaper or maybe a college that you want to go to, etc. So each item should have 3 things in it. One of your 5 items must be giving back to your community. So think about something that you are passionate about, that you would maybe donate your time to give back to that. So for instance, if you are very passionate about animals, for instance, maybe you're going to say that you have an article in the paper, maybe it's the Sky High News, if you are going to do it around here, where you have gone to the animal shelter and volunteered your time to walk the stray dogs that are there, or to maybe play with the kittens, or to whatever it is that they have. Or maybe it's that you are really passionate about soccer, and so you want to host a soccer day or a training day for kids who maybe are in foster care, and you want to help them to have a successful day, learn a little bit about soccer skills and what they can do on the soccer field. So those are the kind of things that I'm looking for. Whatever it is, think about what you're passionate about and what you would like to maybe donate your time to give back to your community. Doesn't have to be up here. If you are thinking of something else, like as you get older that you would want to do, this is all, what do I want people to see in 10 years? So maybe in college, you think, well, I want to do this when I'm in college. That's great. If it's giving back to your community, that's exactly what we want. Okay? You will place the pictures, the text boxes, inside of this digital footprint right here. So I'm going to click on this so that you guys can see this. This is the digital footprint where you are going to put your information. So I'm going to start with mine. Now, of course, a lot of mine are not things that I want to do as I get older, but they're things that have happened to me because I have already gone through college and I have a career. So I want you to be thinking about what you want to do in the future. Does that mean that that's what's going to happen? Probably not. When I went to school, I wanted to be a math teacher, and I started computer programming, and I went, this is exactly what I want to do. So plans change. I just want you to start thinking about what you want in your future. So we're going to add images. So for instance, I might add an image. You can upload it from the computer if you have it on there. You can search the web, or you can search your drive. I'm going to search the web because I want to find something for my first first tech challenge. Okay, I want something from this because our first tech team this last year went to state, and I think that that is a huge accomplishment, and so I want to do something with first tech. Now obviously that's way too big, right? So I'm going to adjust it from the corner, make it much smaller. And that is going to be my first picture. Now I also need a text box with that, so I'm going to put a text box that says what it is that I want them to find. I want them to find an article in the Sky High News. So you can pick any kind of newspaper. If you think you're going to live in Denver, maybe it's the Denver Post. If you think you might live, in another town, you can look at their town papers. If you think it might be a national one, like maybe you would be in the New York Times, you could put that down. So an article in the Sky High News about the first tech team going to state. Okay. Now, I also need in here a link to the Sky High News then. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to Google Sky High News. And I'm going to find that website for it and copy and paste it. Okay. So I'm going to copy and paste that in here. When you do a space, it'll give a link to it. So that would be my first one. I'm going to give an image for the First Tech Challenge. I'm going to talk about what I want someone to see. I want them to see an article in the Sky High newspaper about the First Tech Challenge team going to state. Okay? Maybe if you're on the First Tech team or you want to do something like that, maybe it's that your First Tech team won state and went on to nationals, whatever it is, okay? Probably one of them is going to be about your college, where you want to go to college or what you want to do after you graduate from high school. So I went to Gustavus. There's my college right there. And I'm going to grab an image of that one. So I'm going to just pull that in here. Again, I'm going to adjust it, a little too small, right? And I'm going to put a text box in here about what now mine are my accomplishments that I've already done. Yours will be what you want to do with your life. So I'm going to put graduated from, and you're going to make it sound like it already happened because remember, this is 10 years from now. So graduated from Gustavus with a degree in mathematics and computer science. Okay? And I'm going to then look up my college. So I'll go back over here and put my college in and get that link. Oops. Okay, and that's the link that is going to go here for that part. So now I have two. One, I've got two of them, pictures, text, and then the link. Now, sometimes, especially if you are making up something, you may not have a link to a website. If you do not have a link, say you want to create a nonprofit, like I was talking about, where you want to create a soccer day where kids who are from foster care could come and get away for the day. That may not be a website that you can find. So if you cannot find a website for it because it's something you've made up, you can either make up a fake website, because if you were going to actually create that, you probably would have a website for it, okay? Or you can put no website for this because it is something that I am going to create. But I'd like to challenge you to try to create your own website, okay? Now, it won't have a link, but it would definitely, you could make up a name that you thought was catchy. Okay, you need to have 5 things. Remember, one of them is giving back to your community. Don't forget to put one that is giving back your community. This is going to be worth 15 points. 1 for your picture, 1 for your text that you're telling me I'm going to find, and then 1 for the link. So for each one, they're going to be worth 3 points, total of 15 when you are done. Okay, so that's what this will be worth when you are finished. All right, I'm going to